G'day, g'day. I just fed them a little bit. Probably should have recorded this before I put some food in there, but anyway, I just wanted to show you. This is morning after a water change. Always the most beautiful time in my tank. So you can see the water's just absolutely pristine. Look at that, eh? See, there's some condensation that drips off the overflow pipe. Some of it gets behind my my glass and my background there. I won't. We'll see that till the spring because I've got foam around the tank, and I just don't want to deal with it right now. But I can go back there and wipe that off. I just don't want to. When it's in the spring, I'll remove the foams and get back there. I'll make sure this tank stays warm. This room gets a bit cold sometimes. If we get into the minus 35, minus 40, this room tends to get a little bit chilly. So does the basement, but this basement's probably worse. But the basement's well set up to deal with it, and so is this room. Insulating the tank walls helps. Helps keep the cost down, helps keep my heaters not running all the time. Actually don't run, they run more in the summer, but it's not a terrible amount more. You would think the electricity bill would be retarded, but it's not. My electricity bill is retarded for other reasons. So, namely my probably late 1960s furnace. It might be a 1970s furnace, but that's the era it came from, and it's a monster, and it just eats the electricity. Back then, electricity cost nothing, so no one cared. And this thing's a beast. It's worse than running a big AC unit. I can run like a 10,000 BTU AC unit and pay less than this furnace costs me. It's kind of insane. I'm expecting my next hydro bill to be in the neighborhood of $300. Which is why I don't really do much fish room upgrading in the winter. It's just beyond me to keep up. In a couple more months, things will slow down with the weather, and I'll be able to get back to business. Isn't that beautiful? Ely's out. Let's give him a little feed. We'll start with some big old how do you even say that? Spirulina shrimp? Yeah, they like this stuff. Even the eel likes this stuff. And the shrimp is in. Oh, great. Of course, it's out of sight. They've dragged it back. Kind of hard for them to swarm back there now, isn't it? Oh, they're busting it up real quick. Ely's going to get over there, start grabbing shrimps. There he goes. We'll give him a minute just to work on all that. It won't take him too long. Anything gets down to the ground, Ely stays below and Scoops all that up. Yeah, these fish, they're always so elegant, even when they feed. It's almost polite. Don't beat each other up, not too much. This little guy over here, or sorry, this one will push people around over food, but he's starting to stop doing that. It's just a phase for them. As they get older, they get more mature, and they treat each other better. Except, oh, those two had a little face off. That's just cichlids being cichlids. Nothing serious. They've almost mopped that up, and then we're going to follow it up with the bloodworm. Always fun to watch them on the bloodworm. They get really excited on that one. It's going to be any sort of... See that little pigeon blood there? He's growing fast too. He's almost caught up to all the other ones. It's amazing how fast they grow in good water. Does not take long if you're dialed in. Takes a hell of a long time for them to mature, though. That's like mature for breeding. When Scheller Aquatics said, I haven't seen it before 15 months. And I think he was just talking about egg laying at that point. Might have been, hatching out. But hatching out's one thing. Then they got to learn how to raise them. So you're not going to see like successful batches out of a discus pair probably till after 2 years, which is where some of my old ones will. A few of my fish will be entering that age range this spring. So we should start to see babies either here or at my friend's house in the next few months. He knows what he's doing, so that's why I sent the pair there, because I want to figure out, is it me or is it the fish? And thus far, seems to be the fish, and it seems to be the males are just too young, so they eat the babies. They're just interested in doing the deed. They're not interested in raising the kids right now. The plan is we're going to start separating out the males after we're sure the eggs have been fertilized, and see if the females will take the job on by themselves. That's the next plan, because the females are older and they might have the instinctive ability to actually raise them. So we're definitely gonna try that. Help the females out with a whole lot of brine shrimp, baby brine shrimps, and see where it goes from there. Okay, let's get that bloodworm going. Looks like we've got the shrimp mopped up. We're feeding the Hikari Jumbos. I buy these, they're not supplied. Cube is in. The cube is in. There they go. It's important to give them some frozen foods, because if you just give them dry food all the time, these fish get depressed. They need to. Uh-oh. What's happened here? I think Ely took it and tried to run away. It happens. Sometimes Dealey will rob it and get to a safe spot, and it's like, it's mine. But this didn't happen today. Everybody gets some though. They all take their turn. That guy's really picking out. He wants it all. That's a beautiful, beautiful explosion right there. And don't take them long, huh? Well, that's it. And then it's just kibble every 2 days or every 2 hours now. Small amounts of dried foods for the rest of the day. I feed my discus roughly 6 times a day. Because I still got growing fish. All these fish are still growing fish. They take so long to grow. And you only got 15 months to get it right. So you don't, you got young discus, you don't sit there and say, oh, I'm only going to feed them once a day, maybe once every other day. You're going to end up with screwed up dead fish. If they live, they're going to be stunted to hell and back. And stunting will kill a discus as well if it's too severe. So they literally need to eat every 2 hours while they're growing. You don't feed the tank like massive so that your waterfowls. You feed just enough for them to eat. Everybody gets something in their tummy and that's it. As you can see, as long as you do that, they'll get it all. Every scrap of food I put in this tank just while you're watching has been consumed. That's the way you want it. So we won't keep you much longer. Just wanted to show you the beauty of the tank after a deep clean, and that was yesterday we deep cleaned it. So this tank's good for another several days. We'll catch you on the next one.